Hey YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel, and my name is Kino and we're here in Kaylapolis. We're down in the ancient city market. Just as a quick reminder of why we're building the ancient city entrance castle above. And although that is quite a tongue twister, it's an amazing build because this place deserves the best. So today's episode is going to be slightly different from normal. We're not going to have so much building because I'm conscious that we're doing such a large project. I don't want to bore you guys completely. Not just yet, anyhow. But we've broken it down. We're still going to make some progress on the ancient city castle. But down here is what it's all about. And eventually we're going to have an amazing castle to come down here to guard this entrance. We can make this place our own completely safe survival base. Now the villagers seem to be thriving down here. They've got the market open and they're wandering about as if nothing's happened. Not worrying about the warden at all. And nor should they, because this place is completely safe. And even this guy, he's so happy and so safe that he's actually found his way on there. Very odd. Anyhow, so we're going to head back outside here. We're going to go all the way round to the front. In fact, do you know what? We're even going to try. We're so confident. We're even going to try with this. Because on mouse and keyboard, the elytra is that much easier to use. It's unbelievable. And look how easy that was, guys. So we're going to say goodbye to these villagers who are perfectly safe over here as well. And we're going to say goodbye to these villagers, which we can't actually see. They're all over here. We're going to head back up to the ancient city entrance to see what we've done. Now we're up on the top here, we can see just how much we've come along. We've built most of the roofs up here, but we do need to add one more spire to the large bit back. Now to do that, I'm going to need lots of wood. So let's just drop down. We'll grab some wood and we'll go back up and finish it. It's going to be a larger version of the one before. I'll just click that. Let's spin back up here and let's see if I can land on this. Oh, yes. I'm getting good. Mouse and keyboard is really OP for the elytra. So, we're going to need our dark oak on the edges here. This is the way I know how to build a spire. It's just to block that off on the edge there. We're going to block off each of these sides. And then we'll use slabs in between and in front just to give it a kind of overhang and some depth. So we'll put another block along here. And then this side, we haven't got blocks along here, so we're going to need to stone bridge that across. Probably going to need to fill that area in at some point. So we'll go across here and yeah, just like that. So we're nearly done on the spire. We're just going to put these fences in the bottom here just to give it more of a sort of feel of a curve, if you like. And on the front, just a little slab there to give this a kind of curve as well. So fence. I think that's all the fences done. This side's done. Have we done the front here? No, let's put one. And have we done the front here? No. And that's that. That is our tower. So we're going to try and do another amazing landing. God, I've gone out to the end of the world. Flip that round. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the spire. And that looks really good. We're going to put a flag on the top, but that spire looks really good. Now that that's done, we can have a look just how much progress we've made. And as you can see, if we step outside, you can see the walls look fantastic. I really like the black on the grey, and I really like how much detail is coming in. I also quite like the slope we've put in here, which has worked quite well, although I think it has restricted my space a little bit. So we might have a look at that. But the walls, the overall build is coming on fantastic. Now, when I was building the walls, I did notice a slight issue. After the drama last episode, I checked my elytra and it had almost no health. So I had to go and get to my zombie farm to try and get the experience I needed to repair my elytra, which meant a short trip out of the way, and it was a dangerous trip because I had no health on the elytra whatsoever. None at all. And I didn't want to fall out of the sky and die like I did last time. So I packed up my bed. We did. So we jumped down this way and we got onto our elytra tentatively and followed it all the way out. I followed the water as much as I could so that if I fell, I was safe. And then when we hit the jungle, over towards the jungle temple, I stayed as low as I can. As you can see, I hit a number of trees. But we stayed as low as we could to try not to kill ourselves. And thankfully, after hitting about 7 trees, I crash landed into a pool outside, safe and sound. So when I dropped into my zombie piglin farm, my gold farm, whatever you want to call it, I've got this dual obsidian portal which opens up and zombies come out. So I turned it on and we tried to collect the experience as much as possible. I needed to sort the mending out. So we turn on this switch here, that flicks the zombie trident killer. And we've already turned the portals on that flick, and every time they open, out come the zombie piglins. And these guys are not my best friends at the moment. They try and get to me. So they will drop into here, and as they drop into here, the trident killer that we built there will slowly kill them off. And we've got a slab in front of us here, so the experience should pop out and repair everything, if you like. So I do pop here every now and then. The other benefit we've got of this farm is down the bottom it collects all of the gold swords that these guys have. So if I've collected up all of the gold swords, which is a bit of a pain in the bottom, it's a bit long-winded, collect up these, pop them into this smelter just over here. You see I've got some smelting for already, and this makes little gold fragments, and they can then be used to make up gold bars. So after a short time, collecting all my gold and restoring every tool and piece of armour I had, we took the short trip back to the ancient city. This time I didn't have to be quite so careful, but I do want to conserve fireworks as my creeper farm isn't really working that well. The next episode we might pop over there and try and do some redesigning and rebuilding. But for now, we're zooming back over to the entrance to the ancient city. As we fly over this hill, you can see the outline and it looks superb. It looks really good. In fact, I'm going to stop here and we'll get a little sneaky peek of this and have a little look at this ancient city entrance. That looks good. Whoa! Whoa! That was close. That could have been near fatal, but it wasn't! And we're back alive, and this looks great. And I'm beaming. I'm beaming because we put a lot of work into this so far, and it looks absolutely amazing. The RTX, one of the qualms I've got is that you don't get to see from very far away, but for this moment, it looks really, really good. As we fly back in, you can see just how much work we've put in. I do notice one tiny little issue. Other than the fact I need to rebuild these walls, I need to build these walls a little bit further to try and get this outline, which is what I'm going to do now. I have noticed that the real lack of detail is starting to get on my nerves. So now that we're back over here, we can see that it's really going well. We're making a lot of progress, and it's getting quite big, and I'm quite excited about it, to be honest. But the issue I've got is I haven't put any detail in there, any texturing or anything like that. And I need to start knocking out some blocks and doing that. But I can't be bothered to collect all of the blocks. What I found is, particularly when I was up here, I was taking out the stone bricks, because this is what we used all the way around, replacing them with a bit of detail, and they were falling down, and I had to keep jumping down and getting them before they despawn. So I come up with an idea, and I'm going to get some allays. Now, I haven't got any allays in this world yet. I haven't really found a use for them. And I suppose this is the first time that they're going to become useful for me, because I'm going to put them to work. Now, allays. We need an outpost. Now, obviously, I've got an outpost over there, because that's where my raid farm is. That way I haven't been yet. I don't know if I want to go out that way. I've got an outpost over here by the mountain. You can't see that mountain because of my detail, because of the ray tracing. And there is an outpost over here, actually. Yeah, where we picked the villagers up. Yes, the villagers that we populated the ancient city down below there is an outpost over there. So let's try that one. Let's try that one. We shall see. Now the Allays are either going to be an outpost or they're going to be in a mansion. Mansion? Yes, a mansion. Jungle mansion. Now the problem I've got, look at that lava. Looks pretty cool. The problem I've got is I only know where one mansion is, and that definitely hasn't got Allays. Now, we need one of these. Why do we need one of these? Because, as you can see here, I've got iron, and I am going to raid this outpost. And one of the best things we can do when we raid an outpost is bring a friend. And this friend is an iron golem. Because they will... Where is this? They will distract the pillagers and bad guys that raid people all the time that I am. Oh yeah, let's see, there is. All the time that I am trying to get Allays. Now this is the village that we raided and stole all the villages. What's the time? Okay, we should have enough time. That's the pillager outpost. Let's go down here and look, shall we? Okay, so that's... Oh, that's fine. That's the crafting table. I like that mountain over there. Do we have any pillagers? Ow. Yes. Oh, look, there's a pillager captain. Ah! What is that over there? He says. Let's go and have a look. Oh, it's on the other side of the river as well. Oh, nice, man. This is good. It's on the other side of the river as well. So if this works... If this is as Allays... Cross your fingers, cross your fingers. Because if this has Allays, we may even be able to... Oh, I think it's empty. No! We may be able to get them without having to fight any pillagers. Well, look at that. Without even having to make an iron golem. Look at that. No pillagers around at all. The only pillagers are up here. And I can get these Allays without any problem at all. Now the easiest way to get Allays is to give them a block. So free them. You're free! Come on! And give them a block. Now, I think that means that they are my friend now. So if I start walking this way, or running, if they're my friend, yes! Look at that! They got the block. And they just follow me. And will they follow me all the way back to my base? That's the question. Yeah! Oh, I do like the light in RTX. It is very good. We're going the wrong way. We need to go more that way. Now, I don't think I can use my elytra. Having said that, I might be able to use it just to get across here. Where are you? Yeah, that was okay. That was okay. See, we used it on that little bit. That's good. So you can use it a tiny bit. Now, the reason you can't use the elytra is because if you get a certain distance away, all of a sudden, they don't like following you. They get lost. Same every now and then they might get stuck in a bush or something like that. So you just have to keep an eye to make sure that... Look how good this looks. As you're coming up over this mountain, look at this. This grand castle overlooking everything. That's brilliant, isn't it? Where are you, Allays? Come on. Right, now, what we're going to do, we're actually going to go to bed. We're not going to go to bed. Yes, we are. We're actually going to go to bed because it's dark. Now, in theory, what we're going to do, they should still be there, and they are. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is we need to duplicate Allays. Now, for those of you that don't know, there is a really simple way of doing this. We're going to take this back because I want to give it back to them. But what we do is we place a jukebox and we play some music. Now that starts playing music, and my allies start to dance, and that's them dancing there. What we do, if we then, at that point they start dancing, spider. At the point they start dancing, if we give them, why don't you want this? It might be too far away. Come back this way. Come back this way. So we bring them back over here, and they'll dance, dance. Oh, here we go. And now if we give them this, ah, look at that! And by magic, now if we give you one of these, what about you? Look at that! And now from 2 allies, we now have 4. We can't breed them again straight away, but we can pick this up and take them back to the base. And here we go, guys. Here we are. We've got all of our allies. As you can see, I've done a little bit more duplication. So I've now got 7 allies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is perfect. So when I start going through and doing the detail on the walls, the way that it'll work is I will need to knock out some of these stone blocks. And the allies will come around and pick it up after me. It means I won't have to keep chasing blocks that fall on the floor, particularly when I'm up high. So I think we're going to leave that there for today. I think that's enough for this episode. We've built so much of the castle. So much so that we're just going to jump up here and have a quick look around. So I really like what I've done so far. If I can land on this bit, I will be amazed. I didn't. Let's try again. Let's try again. There we go. Perfect. So after that impressive landing, here we are at the top. And as you can see, we've come a really long way. We've built a lot of the walls around the edge of the castle. We've built the outline to show over here where the huge tower is going to be. And I think possibly that's going to be the villager breeder. Although we don't need it so much anymore, we'll be able to drop it down into the ancient city directly from there. That'll be a bridge there. I don't think it's going to be floor level. I think a nice arch bridge and possibly a dungeon or some sort. But we've got the outline, and I'm really pleased with how it's coming along so far. If anybody's got any suggestions, please do put them in the comments. I do read all of them, and it is really much appreciated. This castle wall here, something I've been playing around with. I'm not sure it's going to stay like this bit for the gatehouse, but I did want the gatehouse to be quite grand. And that area down the corner, just over here, that's going to be the barracks and the main barracks. So it's coming along really nicely. I am pleased how much we've got done this episode. It's taken a tiny bit longer than I wanted, so it's probably going to be another 2 or 3 episodes. But next time, I've got something slightly different planned. We're going to come away from here for the moment. We're going to go and work on something else just for the next episode. So give yourself a small break. So guys, thank you very much for joining me. And remember, build like no one's watching, and I'll catch up with you soon.